Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing my baby's 8-month update for you. If you are new to my channel, you like mummy videos, cleaning motivational videos, please do hit that subscribe button on the right hand side of your screen. I'd love to have your support on my channel and sort of trying to make a nice community here that we can discuss mummy things, cleaning things, anything lifestyle, so please do hit that subscribe button. So yes, getting straight on into this video, my baby boy Otto, he turned 8 months at the weekend and he has been sort of developing quite fast. He is now crawling really quickly. I have to keep an eye on him all the time. There is like not a second that I can sort of look away because he's always sort of shooting around the place. He's also started to pull himself up on the couch, on the sofa, and to stand, and he's just really curious about everything. He wants to have a look at it. He just wants to examine things. Everything is still going in his mouth. Everything has to be sort of tasted as well as felt, which can be quite tricky when you have 2 dogs as well, and we live in like one room because we live in a flat and it's just like one room. So I have to keep my eye on him all the time because of things going in his mouth, and yes, I don't want him to hurt himself at all. Also, we've started weaning him. We started weaning him at 6 months, which I think I mentioned before in my previous video. That's going pretty well. At the moment, I think he's going through like a development sort of phase, which I think we have the app called the Wonder Week, and it says that he is going through a phase at the moment, and I've definitely noticed that he is not as happy the last couple of weeks as he has been previously. Just been a little bit more fussy. He hasn't really wanted to eat as much in regards to solid food, and he's also just like sort of turning his head away from it and not really enjoying it as much as he was. However, he does sort of eat the food. He has learned now that he can chew, so he chews things a lot better, which is obviously much more sort of reassuring for me for like choking reasons. So I'm really happy that he's learning to sort of chew, and that's sort of getting going as well. I've started feeding him a little bit more toast and that sort of thing, which he likes, really loves. He loves Philadelphia on toast. He loves sucking it off and just really enjoys that. He also enjoys anything basically that is sort of cheesy based. He loves Philadelphia, he loves just like cheddar cheese, anything that's not good for him basically he really enjoys. He also likes the combination of like purees. He does like a good puree. He's much more into fruit than he is vegetables. However, if I put fruit in his vegetables, for instance I did broccoli, courgette and pear the other day, and he loved that. He thought that was really good. So if I'm mixing those sort of things, he then starts really enjoying them. We do believe that he is allergic to fish. He had sort of a reaction to salmon. His whole face swelled up and his whole face went into a rash and his eyes started to swell up. We had a blood test done a week ago and I've got the results coming next week, so we get to find out. But the actual pediatrician said that he actually might not be allergic to the fish. It might be the stuff that they put in fish. At the moment apparently they're like pumping fish with, I don't know what they pump them with, but it's whatever they feed them with is apparently affecting a lot more people these days than the actual fish. So I am curious to find out if he is allergic, so I really hope he's not, because fish is amazing and he'll be really missing out. The pediatrician did say if he is allergic to salmon, they will then test the other fish to see if he's allergic to all fish or if it's just the salmon. So yeah, there's a lot of testing going on. It was really easy though because they just pricked his finger and took the blood from a prick. There was no needles or anything like that going into the arm or anything, so that was really nice and easy. In regards to sleep, Otto was sleeping throughout the night. Definitely when he became 6 months, he started sleeping throughout the night and it was really great. However, just the last sort of few weeks, maybe the last 2-3 weeks, he started to wake up again at night really hungry, wanting the boob. It started off like once a night, then it was twice a night, and now it's around 3 times a night, so it's increasing. And I have heard that there is an 8-month sleep regression, and I think maybe he's going through that at the moment, which obviously is hard on me having to get up 3 times in the night, but yeah, it's fine. I actually have found it, you kind of get used to being tired. I find mornings harder than sort of the rest of the day. Once I'm sort of up and I've got going and I'm doing things, I forget that I'm actually tired. But yeah, it is getting a bit tougher that he's waking up 3 times. I don't mind once or twice, but 3 times is quite a killer. In regards to naps, he naps 3 times a day still. He naps sort of, he gets up at around 7 in the morning. and then he naps at around 8:30, and then he, depending on how long he sleeps, it's kind of hard. He gets 3 naps. He always has 3 naps, but they change in time because the duration he sleeps always changes. He never sort of sleeps for a particular amount of time all the time. Sometimes it's half an hour, sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's an hour and a half. So we are flexible in regards to the time that he does have a nap. However, he does get 3 naps a day, which we are quite sort of regimented with, and he normally stays up around 1.5 to 2 hours in between each nap. Normally the last nap is 3 hours in between, and then he gets around 3 hours before he has a sleep, goes to bed at night and has a sleep. So we are really sort of in a routine there, and that is really working for us, and it works for him as well. He needs his naps, and he's definitely a baby that needs to sleep on like a regulated sort of system. In regards to like size and weight, he's still under the sort of average mark, but he's doing really well. The sort of nurse is really happy with him and says that he's doing great. So I'm not worried about him being a little bit small, because I'm really tiny, and I'm sure he'll catch up sooner rather than later. I'm actually quite glad that he's small at the moment, so that I can still sort of pick him up and cuddle him and that sort of thing. We've also found that we are able to go out a bit more now for longer periods of time, because he's got those naps sort of really sort of well sort of timed now. He will nap in his pram if we lay it down and pull the cover over him. He'll just go to sleep if we're out. And also now that he's eating, it makes it a lot easier, because we get these little pouches from the supermarkets, like the Ella's Kitchen and that sort of thing, I think that's what they're called, and he absolutely loves them. He gets this little excited face when I get them out. He's like because he knows what's coming. So that's really good, because if he's a little bit hungry and we're out, I can just quickly feed one to him when he's in his pram, and it just makes it so much easier for us to sort of go out and him not to be too cranky. He's not that fond of being sort of in his pram for too long, because he is so mobile. He likes to dart around everywhere, he likes to look at everything. He doesn't really like being restrained like in his pram. So we do have to sort of try and find places that he can have a little roam around before putting him back in the pram and that sort of thing. So we do have to be a little bit sort of thoughtful of that when we are out. But overall, he's a really happy little baby. Most of the time he's smiling and laughing, and he's actually a very easy baby, I think. I think we've been pretty lucky in that respect. He doesn't get any sort of reflux really, and he's pretty happy. He's got a cold at the moment, got a little blocked up nose, and we are having to sort of use one of those sucker things to suck out all the bogies, which he absolutely hates, and it just breaks my heart doing it. But he can't breathe, so I'm having to do it, which is just horrible. But yeah, he'll get better soon. Anyway, that was it for our 8-month update. I hope it was quite quick. Just a little quick catch up for you. Everyone is doing really well. Let me know below the ages of your babies and the sort of age and sort of where they're at, because I'd love to know your stories as well. And if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. See you later.